MeTV 24 Meridian proudly presents your favorite way to start the day. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
And good morning from Scotty Ray Candace. And I bet you're wore out from me babbling to you about what's in the news this morning.
No, I'm not. But look, I have my little hunting T-shirt on.
Oh, that is. Is that the Browning logo?
It's Realtree.
Oh,
and see the back. I'll have to show y'all the back.
What do you got? What's on the back? Realtree. That I've never seen one of those.
But it's in leopard print. Huh. Anyway, I dressed down today. Sorry, I'm not dressed up, but had to be comfortable today at work.
I'm not going to be getting me a pink shirt, but it's
we
cute.
do clash, though. I don't think we match.
This is kind of like I'm pumpkin over here.
Yeah.
I only own 3 short sleeve shirts in my entire wardrobe, and this is one of them.
Well, today it's already kind of warming up outside. So
headed towards 71. We started out at 48 this morning, and what does that tell you? That it could be bad weather. You just don't have this stuff in December and not have to pay consequences at some point.
Right.
So be weather alert. We don't have any storms right off the bat. We do have rain in the forecast coming up on Saturday, but keep that in mind. It's spooky when we get into weather like that. Let me pull this up and let's just take a look at what we've got forecasted for the next few days. It's always good to know what's up and coming. And this is our forecast for the 7-day outlook. As we cut across day 71, look how this is December. We should not have this.
It's crazy. It is crazy weather.
Saturday, 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms. We'll watch that. Now, the National Weather Service has not issued any bad weather warnings or anything for that. Mm-hmm. But keep it in mind. It ain't good. As we saw what happened last week in Kentucky and all across there. Here's what we're looking at temperature-wise, because we always want to know this.
Yeah.
It's not over. Texas is it's going to be making more of this warm weather across here.
Are we thinking that we're going to even remotely have a little cool temperatures at Christmas?
Oh, no. Let me go ahead and pull that up and show you exactly what to expect on Christmas Day. Christmas Day, 70 degrees and partly cloudy. Santa will be riding in his sleigh and a short-sleeve T-shirt at 69.
Goodness.
No chance of rain, but it will be cloudy. At one point, they were forecasting a teeny bit of rain on Christmas Eve. That's out now. This is pretty close to what it'll be. We're not that far out.
I was so hoping it would be cool. Like a cool Christmas.
The only way
I know we wouldn't have a white one probably, but
the only way to do that is go down to the convenience store and walk in the cooler, and y'all have a little dinner there.
Stand with the door open at the drink. Yeah.
Do an Al Bundy, so to speak.
Yeah. Put your head in the freezer.
I don't care who you are. That was funny when their air conditioner went out and they went down to the grocery store and just took their lounge chairs and hung out. That was a funny show. And I think most men identified with poor old Al, who had to live with Peg, who ate bonbons and done nothing all day.
Gosh, that hair of hers. Woof.
But, looking back, she really was an attractive woman. Now Marcy next door could get on your last nerve.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she could.
What was his name? Jefferson that was henpecked?
Her husband or whatever, boyfriend or what. I can't remember what his name was, but she is now on Roseanne, or on the
really?
Connors
The
or whatever. She is Dan's girlfriend on there.
I did not know.
Not the neighbor, the Peg Bundy.
Right.
She's the one. She's on that the Connors, I think it's called now, since Roseanne's been killed off.
I have never watched that show.
Yeah.
I didn't. Boy, that's news to me this morning.
Yeah.
Always interesting.
I don't watch it now really much. I mean, every now I flip through the channels and see it, but she is Dan's girlfriend.
But even back in the day, and I've always, and I still stand by, I hate what happened to Roseanne. But if you go back, her show originally, in my opinion, and it's my opinion, not maybe anybody else's, it really changed television of what was acceptable to be played on television.
Yeah.
They showed things in households that had never been done before, and I don't think that was for the best. I couldn't watch it when it was a regular television show, but they tackled issues I didn't like.
When she sung the national anthem, that put like the nail in the coffin.
You were done with it.
Yeah, I mean, I have flipped the show on, the old Roseanne shows or something. If I was cleaning the house or something, it might be on, but I don't just sit and watch it most of the time. I don't know.
I get you. I follow that.
But anyway.
Say, what's Peggy saying? She says good morning?
See. She and her husband are celebrating 47 years together today.
So, Peggy, let me ask you, which one of y'all do we need to say bless your heart to? Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
47 years, that is a long, long time. Boy, and it takes talent to make it through that many years.
So I guess they were married in 74. Would that be correct? Because I was born
Don't
and I'm
get
47.
me that.
So
Sounds right. 1974, I was 5 years old, and I was getting ready to head off to Northeast Elementary and figure out who them people were.
yeah. Good morning, Madison Alexander. That's my daughter. Good morning.
And Peggy said, me. I like that. It's amazing. And usually, and you tell me if I'm wrong on this, of couples that have been married that long, one sort of becomes the other. Do you know what I mean by that? Of gives in, or is it an equal thing?
I think marriage is give and take. I mean, it should be an equal thing. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, but I'm not so sure that's always the case.
Yeah, and it's not always the case, but it should be the case, I think. I mean, I don't think anybody should be dominating over anybody else.
Are you sure? I mean, when somebody says, "Give me a sandwich," I mean, somebody ought to jump.
Look.
What? Are you saying you wouldn't go get the sandwich if it was said?
I ain't a jumper. I walk in there and
I have been looking for a bell. I don't know how well that's going to work. I want one, and I tried to do that when I was sick, and I didn't get a lot of extra treatment.
You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I'm sure that with all of the different things that Angie, the tools she has a hammer somewhere in that bell would probably not last very long.
And this is looking back, and I brought this up once before, but looking back now, it was funny. But when I was at home, and I like moving your arm was like a major thing, and I was going to get up, and the recliner turned over on me.
Oh, really?
And I fell on the floor, and it took 20 minutes before anybody ever came back through the living room because I couldn't holler because you couldn't speak.
You are surprised. I mean, you'd be surprised. I've never had any kind of heart surgery or anything, but like just pulling a muscle, like even in your side or something, you'd be surprised at just the little things that you do every day. The muscles you use. I mean,
I know. And then I come that close to sending my dog, Sophie, off for training because you know what she done? She stood there and licked me in the face. Never barked. And she just
thought
wagged
you just needed a little
her tail.
love, Scotty Ray.
And I laid there till they come back and they got me up.
Goodness.
And, that's the one day everybody's going to get old to where you can't get around.
Yeah.
That's going to be bad.
It is. One day you will. If we live long enough, we will get old and need somebody to help us. But I think marriage should be a give and take, and I think they should help each other out, lift each other up, feel the love.
I hardly ever argue. It really takes something to get me bent out of shape to argue, because most things, whatever you want, that's fine with me.
Yeah, I don't like to argue either. I mean, but like Kurt would probably agree. I mean, I like, I'm not talking about me and him because rarely do we ever, have a cross word, but I'm just that type person that I'll take it a little bit, and then I'm going to blow up at some point.
See, I don't see you taking nothing.
Yeah. Well, I don't mean
really don't.
Now, it just depends on what it is. I don't know. It depends on what, like, if somebody's just blatantly rude, I will go off in a heartbeat. And I don't mean to, but I'm just like, I can't take it, because I'm nice. I try to be nice to everybody.
I think everybody has that line of, okay, I've had enough of this, and we're going to put a stop to it at this moment.
Right.
Yeah, get me the wrong kind of blue jeans, see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm calm on everything. But
Take your hat away.
If they don't fit, they don't fit.
Yeah.
But I think most people identify with that.
Yeah. But there are those people in the world that are just rude to everybody.
Speaking of, and
miserable people.
This has been happening a lot in our area now that you say that.
Yeah.
Gas pump etiquette. Let's talk about that in the Meridian and surrounding counties. Seriously, I am seeing a lot of reports from the police over this, to where you go to get gas, and you're sitting there, you're next in line, and then somebody cuts you off and backs up in front of your car and takes the gas pump away from you. Well, what happens then?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I thought we were going to see a confrontation one day at one of the gas pumps because there were people waiting, like you said, in line, waiting. And this happened. Yeah. And I thought, oh, my goodness, let's hurry up and I'm like, Kurt, hurry up. Let's get out of here because oh goodness.
Just last night,
not a good thing.
we had somebody in our community where they got into a little disagreement about who had the gas pump, and somebody jumped on top of the car or the roof, and they drove off with them on top of the roof of the car.
Oh,
no
goodness.
one was hurt, but it was an escalated argument.
So it wasn't a husband and a wife.
Oh no. It was two different people trying to buy gas from the same pump.
Goodness.
And it went south, so to speak. But it's going to be more and more like that. Which these holidays, people get short-tempered. They're in a hurry. So just, watch it. It ain't worth getting into because you never know who you're dealing with. Is that a way to word it?
Yeah, you don't know who you're dealing. You don't know if you're just so crazy that you
could be a
off
criminal
to or whatever. But talking about gas, I was in one of the stores yesterday because I was trying to finish up my Christmas shopping.
Yeah.
But you know how you overhear people's conversations.
Uh-oh,
Not that you're trying to eavesdrop.
Mrs. Crabtree from Bewitched.
No. I mean, and look, I'm guilty of it too. Somebody call you and you're in the store. I mean, because my daughter I think called me yesterday. And I was talking so loud. When I got off the phone, I was like, I bet this person next to me is like, would she just shut up? But anyway, I heard somebody's conversation talking about gas.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because, you get excited about little things like gas being a lower price.
You were trying to figure out where to go?
Yeah. I told my husband, we're going to fill up because it was like $2 and something, And, it just like the little, I couldn't help but just smile because it wasn't like an intense conversation. It was just excitement over gas being a little bit lower. So
the little things in life that make you grin, I guess, as you pointed out there. So maybe that's working out for you.
John Talbert said, I bet Candace is bossy. I'm not bossy. I'm not.
Who are you telling that fib to?
I'm not bossy. Ooh. Now, I am like my mama.
I'm like feeling lightning fisting to come in here.
No, I'm a lot like my mother because, when she wants something done, she wants it done yesterday.
You know what they call that? They call that bossy.
I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know.
And everybody, I have friends that say little prayers for Kurt every night. God bless him. God rest his soul. We're pulling forward.
Yeah, okay.
7:12, we've got more coming up. We want to tell you more about what's going on in the community. We got some stop signs that are going to be put up that you're not used to, and you might run through them. We're going to tell you where all of that is and much more that went on in the evening hours there. Let's talk about Snowden and Company. It's what they do, and they do it all day long. And, they sell houses, and they help you find new ones. Here are 3 of their top sellers that was chosen in the Reader's Choice Awards with the Meridian Star. Donna, Leslie, Amanda. And here's the latest edition. We got a new one here. Elizabeth Borders has come to there. And if you're looking for a home, give her a call, 616-3647, or the main office. She'd love to show you a home. But congratulations to her for joining the team. Pretty good there. Also, if you're selling or buying that dream home, here it is for you. So many people choose them to handle it from start to finish and have used them over and over each time they do this. Through the years, Scuba, Mississippi, here's some of the houses that are for sale. Anywhere from Clark, Neshoba, Newton, Kemper, Lauderdale, they've got all these homes there for you. And, of course, look at that one. That is a gorgeous house. I really like that. Brandon, Flowood, Madison, they've got all of these there. They've extended their services outside of the county. Snowden Real Estate, see them today. They'll help you find that home, even a double wide. If you're looking for land and home and a double wide, whatever the case is, what stage of your life that you need, they'll do that for you. They're open till 5 today and by appointment on Saturday and closed on Sunday. See them. It's Snowden and Company Real Estate. Drop in and see the many folks that have done this. See Amanda. She'll help you there on Poplar Springs Drive. See them today. You'll be glad that you did. The Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville are passing along these great savings. Fresh tomatoes, 4-pound pack, $1.79. Starkist tuna, 79 cents for a 5-ounce can. Fresh Cuties, a 3-pound bag, only $6.99. 12-pack Coca-Cola products, 2 for $10. Kraft mac and cheese, 7.25 ounce, only $1. And certified Angus beef T-bone steak family pack, $9.99 a pound.
And we're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
I've lived in Mississippi my entire life. My earliest memories are right here in Jackson. This used to be my dad's clothing store. I worked here growing up. And this is my first office right out of law school. I know this area, these roads, these people. The people of Mississippi are my people. So when someone from here comes to me for help, I take that personally. Always have and always will. One call, that's all.
Even family members are starting to type in and say bossy. All I got to say.
I'm not bossy.
Didn't that sound bossy, everybody?
No, I'm not bossy, but if I okay. Let me explain.
Yeah.
No, if I want something done, I want it done a certain way, or don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, or do it right, or don't do it. That kind of stuff. Or I mean,
Correct. That's considered bossy to
that's my
everybody else.
daughter. I'm firm about what I expect. I mean, as parents.
We're going to get a definition for her later. Hey,
Anyway.
let's turn to a few things that are happening in the community. Still time to take advantage of this. Helping someone in our community.
Yes.
Byron Kemp, who is a Mississippi Highway Patrol who was diagnosed with cancer. And they're doing a raffle here to help him and his family out. He has recovered, but the expenses are big. And they're selling these through the 15th, all throughout Clark County. If you can help him, do so, because that's a real special there. It does a lot for our community. As we look at this, now this is coming up this weekend. And let me hit this button here. The Meridian Parks and Recreation is having their second annual Have a Ball event.
That's good. Yes. It's going to be Saturday, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. All kids K through 12 present will receive. I'm sorry, I got lost there.
If you're there.
If you're there, you're going to receive a sports ball while the supplies last.
Yeah, check it out.
But yeah, that'll be fun.
That's December the 18th, and believe it or not, that's not far off. December the 18th.
Yeah.
Woo! And I mentioned a new stop sign. Let's go ahead and throw this up, because I remember.
heard about this.
I've joked about this before, but I remember when they stuck that four-way stop sign up in Marion. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the new one here. This is going to be at 23rd Avenue and 11th Street. So they are installing it, and if you're going, here's the hospital here on 11th is where that is. Central United Methodist Church sits there, and it'll jump right out in front of you if you're not careful.
I hope people are not going to be running it. So,
they'll have officers there, I'm sure, the first day or so, and kind of being lenient that first day. But beware, that is coming. It's not complete, I don't think, but right around the corner. And let's see here. The City of Meridian is holding a toy-thon. Let's pull this up, because this is good that employees are doing that. The City of Meridian Public Works Department are doing donations this Wednesday as part of their annual Christmas luncheon. If you'd like to donate, you can drop off at 311 27th Avenue, or if you're an employee, you can do that as well. But a good deed.
That's right. They want you to bring a new unwrapped, don't wrap it, toy. That'll be so. I mean, the kids are so thankful for stuff like that,
So check that out. That'll be one of the things. Let's see here. A few things that went on overnight. Let me see here. We did have a report of a four-wheeler that was borrowed, and I don't think the owner knew about it. Right off of Highway 39 there on Chapel Road. We had a string of that going on there for a while, of four-wheelers.
Yeah. And didn't we say that there was some kind of a group that was like stealing ATVs
in Mississippi? And it went on for 4-state area. So this is like big business for thieves.
Yeah.
So watch your stuff. And it never hurts to, if you got an extra chain, go ahead and take a log chain and tie it to a tree. There's people that want to borrow it from you.
That's right.
Shame on them. Last night we had a deer that got hung up. Fortunately, he got out as we go pull this up there. It's up at Bonita Lake Circle. He got hung up in the fence, or she did.
A doe.
They were coming to get her out, and she figured out how to get loose herself, and she has not been seen since. She's been hightailing it. So we're glad that she's okay. A few things that went on overnight there. Let's see.
I've not seen many deer on our property this year, and I've seen them crossing the road, but
because they got that memo that said it was November the 18th, and they said,
yeah. But usually we see them come eat,
right.
Stuff. I hadn't seen it much.
They've been kind of backed off. Yeah. And I brought this up last night, and I was behind the curveball in our area. Did not know this, but what a neat idea. And I put that on there. Has anybody seen the Christmas plane? And there were so many people commenting about this, but it's somebody locally that owns an airplane. They light it up with lights, and they fly around in the different communities at night for people to see the Christmas plane.
That is neat, but I've never seen it. I had somebody ask me about it the other day, and I was like, I have not seen that. I've seen the Christmas train, but I have not seen the Christmas plane.
I had some pictures sent to me, but you honestly, of the way they were taken, it was just a blur. You couldn't really tell much. It was the only reason I didn't post them. But it's out. It flew over the Bonita Lakes Mall area several times. I think it flew to the Quitman area. So neat stuff. Look for that.
Yes.
Philip Maples used to do it, and then, of course, he passed away and someone else took over. I'm not sure who does it. Okay. But if you happen to know when the plane's going to take off, let us know so we can put that out there where everybody can kind of keep up with it.
Yeah.
That's neat. Kids would love to see the Christmas plane. It's kind of like the Polar Express, isn't it?
Yeah. I guess it kind of is. You know, they used to, do they still have the train that comes to Meridian and you can walk through it? And
I think it's coming.
Okay. Because that's a real neat thing to do if you've never taken your kids to see that. I need to take Alden, though. He hadn't been since he was real little. So.
And if you're, because there's several special groups in our area that do the train. And if you know about that, let us know. I think that is coming. I thought I heard that somewhere. Yeah. But don't hold me to it. That's just one of those halfway ear listening things that I wasn't paying attention to. Let's see. Angie Goodwin watching us from Scott County. How are y'all today?
Yes, good morning. Daphne Childs, she's watching from Hickory this morning. Good morning. Nick Dial, good morning to you. And Jeremiah Johnson.
Glad to have you there. Alicia Moorhead joining us. Also, look, we got a long list. Steve and Wanda.
Jeannie McKay, she's watching from Bond, Mississippi.
Hey, Chet. We're glad to see Chet joining us as well. John Talbert. Also, let's see here who has a Joyce Snowden Godwin. She said heart surgery is bad, Miss Joyce Snowden Godwin. I forgot she had that. Yeah. Don't let anybody be doing that to you just for fun. Let's see here. Also, good morning to Bill Reinhardt. He's up in Adam also. Let's see. They've had a recall, and let's go over this because I got several calls on this yesterday that said, hey, what do you know about this? And let me pull this up where we can get to where this is. Coca-Cola products. This is nationwide. Coke is not done like it used to be to where each small town it's manufactured there. Now it's shipped into that place and then distributed from your local distributor. It's not made there anymore. As we pull this up, this is why it affects so many people. Berry punch, and these are the codes here that are on it. As we get down, if you've got strawberry fruit punch, and then most of this is in the can. Coca-Cola, that's your date there, August 1522. 12-ounce cans dated August 1522 with a WMC and B, and then Sprite cans that have that same WMB August 1522 on it. Okay. That's on my page because I know that's kind of in a hurry there. What I said, you can inbox me or go to the page there. I'll be glad to send that to you so you'll know what it is.
Because they might contain metal objects.
Yeah, little shavings there, something that went wrong when they were producing it. And if you've got that, chunk it. It ain't worth it.
Well, that's scary because we have Coke all the time in cans in our refrigerator. So
I'd be looking at my little dates and stuff on the bottom of it.
Okay.
So there you go. That's something to consider there. It's always good to. I am one of the world's worst of, like you get the thing from the factory that says recall. I'll do it. And I never do it. That one pay attention to. We go to Detroit for one of the headlines this morning. Sad news. A grandmother was raped and beaten near an abandoned church as she walked home. She has passed away from that, from her injuries. Christmas.
Sorry and crazy.
That one shakes me. I don't get people. As we watch the trial of Ahmaud Arbry's killers, it was one of those things of those videos and everything. They have now set a date where they will get their sentence. Look for that coming up January the 7th is when that's going to happen. A judge will bring them before him and they will find out what their fate is. It's not going to be good.
No, it's not.
They will be going away for a long, long time there as we look at headlines there. And I understand this next headline. I really do, because a lot of Americans don't feel as safe as they used to. And this out of habit, where you grab your pistol, your gun, and you put it in your bag, a record high at airports nationwide. 5,700 guns were collected that people left them in their bags as they were getting on planes. Now, I don't think that maybe there was a couple of bad people in there, but I think it's the common Joe that had it in there, and you can forget very easily of, oof.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, where are you? I don't know. If you're a gun carrier, where are you supposed to put it? I guess you just can't have it at all.
There's a procedure that you have to check it in, and I don't know enough about it to go off into it.
Right.
Because I try not to fly as little as possible when it comes to things, because I like to have my protection.
Yeah. A lot of Americans are like that.
Yeah, but and they said out of all of those, 85% of them had a shell off in the barrel. Interesting statistics. They meant business. You mess with me, I've got an enforcer there. We're seeing the first case of this, and I really thought this had been held off until January, but maybe not the case as we see the U.S. Air Force has gotten rid of the first 27 people for not getting the shot. Now, it was not people that had been in the Air Force a long, long time. It was within their first year of service to the country that refused to get the shot. 27 people, they're expecting a few more as they begin this process.
I saw where 35,000, I think it was, not 100, 35,000 medical workers in New York quit.
How many?
35,000.
Oh, how are they even functioning after that many people?
I don't know. I don't know. And then, you know, I mean, it's just there. I know everywhere, like different places, they're putting ends to these mandates or putting them on hold because of this kind of stuff happening. I mean, I don't know. I'm so tired of the people having to lose their jobs over something like that.
Now,
it's just ridiculous.
I walked by last night and I saw about 3.5 minutes of Tucker. Boy, I'm telling you, boy, when he gets in a roll, he opens up a can and goes after him. He does not take it in any shape, form, or way. He was calling people out. He's always has an interesting broadcast there. Nick Dowell's letting us know that the holiday train has been canceled again this year, most likely because of the COVID scare.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you passed that along to us. Appreciate that.
Yes, I hate that though. You know, Nana Kent. I think it's Nana. Or
she said she
Nana.
loves my shirt. Isn't that what it says?
Yeah.
Yeah, she said she likes Candace's.
Thank you, though.
And Tina says she really likes O Tucker. You know, years ago,
too.
who remembers when Tucker wore the bow tie?
Oh, yeah.
That kind of just went away. But for years he did that.
But I like watching somebody that, you know, gives their opinion and they're not totally concerned. I mean, you can give your opinion and be classy about it.
You
know,
can.
you don't have to, like, throw out just
Ugly
mean
words.
comments and stuff. But, yeah, I like when somebody stands their ground and tells how they feel about something. And don't back down, you know.
Yeah, and
don't bend.
Tucker does not.
Yeah.
You even go back and they were investigating him, spying on all his phone calls. And then they denied it. Then he proved them wrong.
Yeah. He's pretty brave, to be doing all that kind of mess, you know, because, you know, a lot of people would think, what's going to happen to me? You know, not about your job. I mean, like, what is, like, physically, could somebody try to harm him? I mean, I hope not that ever happens.
Well, they give address. You know how people work now. If they don't like you, they'll put your home address online and say, go bother them.
Yeah.
As we saw many senators get things like that. And back when Trump was in, they'd go just...
Oh, yeah.
I don't believe
There's
it's
been
right.
people's wives and children, like, harassed.
Yeah.
You know, at their door at home and just different things. It's just uncalled for.
Now, I read this next headline, and I'm not sure. An accident is an accident. Maybe there's something that I missed, but this happened 2 years ago in 2019. It was in Colorado. A trucker was coming down a hill. He's coming into a city, and his brakes don't work on his truck. And his truck crashes into 4 or 5 cars, and there's 5 people that were killed, I believe. He has been sentenced to jail for 110 years. He claims it was all an accident. They tell him that he had other options. You know, the runaway ramps for trucks? They said you could have taken that when you knew your brakes didn't work properly. He says that he was not aware that they didn't work that great. And regardless, 5 people are dead, and they've 110 years in jail.
Gosh.
And then we've got people that point blank that murdered people that get out in no time flat. I worry about the different ways that the law is. You know, if he was guilty of something,
Right.
I back that decision. But you see so many people that purposely murder,
Oh, yeah.
and they don't get anything near that.
Oh, I know. Yeah. That happens every day. I mean.
But they hit him with 27 different criminal charges, all revolving around that. That was just a one of the strongest sentences that I've seen. So I thought you might want to know that. I was trying to think of anything else as we get ready. Any traditions that y'all got coming up that you got to take care of before Christmas, or y'all got all set and done?
I think we're set and done. I mean, I've still got a couple of things to buy, but, you know.
Still daily in our house, my wife is still putting up Christmas decorations. At what point does it end, I ask? Well, her room where she keeps it all is still not empty. I kid y'all not. Y'all think I joke. I am not. That is truly an issue here.
I have wreaths to put on my windows outside, and, you know, I don't know if y'all have been
Fishing
looking for,
string.
like, you know, No, I have I bought everything to do it, but I can't get the ladder up to because the bushes come out too far. I can't get the ladder up to the window. Anyway, maybe I'll get it done before Christmas. I don't know.
I was trying.
I need a lean-to ladder instead of a setup. Yeah.
Yeah. So what you gonna do about it?
I don't know. They might just not get put up, but hopefully I'll get them put up before Christmas. I don't know. Trying. Last minute little thing.
Said Nana. She said Nana Kent says she has not decorated or shopped yet. Me either. Now I'm one of those that hadn't done a whole lot, but.
I just hate trying to figure out what somebody wants when I have absolutely no idea. You know.
It's a tough
And I know you
thing.
can give them a gift card or give them money and stuff, but I just like to have something to unwrap.
Okay.
For them to unwrap.
We'll see. Don't forget, our friends at the Red Fireworks Barn are opening up. If you need fireworks between now and Christmas and New Year's, Highway 19 South, they have them for you. I'll be talking to Charlie, getting more details of everything that happens out there. But they're open up for business if you need some fireworks. See them today. Yeah. They'll help you out there. We've got more coming up from that as we get along with this. Stay close. We've got some more to discuss coming up with Scotty Ray and Candace.
Sanders Gas, Sanders Air and Heat is your full-service propane supplier since 1946. We take pride in ensuring reliable, friendly service to our customers. We also provide safety tune-ups related to propane, air conditioning, and heating systems, keeping our community efficient and safe. I'm Chuck Sanders, and yes, we're local.
Rockhouse Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rockhouse will have the gun that you need. With a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rockhouse Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian.
And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace. And we really don't match, do we?
We don't. We clash today. But, the commercial for the Rock House we just had.
Mm-hmm.
And, if y'all are looking for a gift for somebody, if you need a gun.
Yeah, the gift that keeps on
giving.
giving.
They do background checks, so it's a safe gun selling environment. But,
Good folks.
I was in there the other day, and it was a really neat thing. For women who carry a gun, they have a purse in there that has a holster down in the purse.
Really?
That would be a neat gift. Go check that out.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, they have them.
So you're noticing things that I didn't see. All right, let's step back and take a look at what happened on this date. Some interesting things. It was 1799. This gentleman would pass away, and they thought they were doing the right thing at the time when he got sick. Back in the day, they thought that you needed to drain your blood. Oh. And, it didn't work out so well. George Washington passed away on this date at the age of 67 in 1799. That was a common thing, they'd cut you and drain part of your blood out and thought that...
Why would they do that?
That's what doctors thought at the time. Getting rid of poison out of your blood or something. 1932, this old boy was born, and he had a real popular song called, Hey, Did You Happen to See the Most Beautiful Girl in the World? Charlie Rich.
That hair. Ooh.
Yeah, he had it going on there. He didn't have the best hairstylist, did he?
No, he didn't.
He passed away in 95 at the age of 62. He might have had some issues going on also there. Number one song in 1968, and I think everybody's heard this because they ended up making a commercial using this.
Oh, yeah.
And if you'd never heard it before then, you did after that.
The Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville are passing along.
Oops, wrong button there as we go back to 1968, and I heard it through the grapevine.
That was
Number
a cute
one song.
Yeah.
It was Marvin Gaye, if you're wondering who he is. And that was huge. And the grapes and all of that in it.
Yeah.
Let's see what else went on this. The original people that sang this, I guess was okay. I kind of like the guy who wrote it a lot better, his version. But the Mamas, Peter, Paul, and Mary, and I can't say I know a whole lot about them, but I do know that they were big back in the day. John Denver wrote it and become a number one song for them on this day, Leaving on a Jet Plane. What was it, Armageddon, the movie where they all started singing that? Leaving on a jet. Yeah, it was.
I don't know about the Armageddon, but I do remember the song. It's not one I sung all the time.
It was a good song.
Yeah.
Bags are packed and he's got to go. But Peter, were you big fans of them?
No, that wasn't one of my groups that I listened to. But
Anyway, just thought you might want to do that. I'm sure you remember this. 1974, you woke up on this date, and it played over and over. You thought, gosh, are they ever going to quit playing it? Well, it was number one, and I Can Help. Billy Swan had the number one song across America back in 74. My time.
I just nod sometimes.
Because you don't know.
I don't know it.
Seriously, you don't know this?
I mean,
I could do you good. I can help.
Is it help?
No, I can help.
Okay. I don't know that one.
She ain't got a clue, y'all.
I'm sorry.
We'll start doing this. 1977, and I never got into this. I was young at the time, but even to this day, it was not my forte. It didn't do my thing. But what was it, Richie's in Meridian that had a little flair of this? It was all across the nation that disco became it on a stick, and it premiered on this date. Saturday Night Fever.
I think disco needs to come back. What do you think?
I don't think so. Donna Summer was not my choice.
I like the floor, though, that lit up and stuff. That'd be neat.
They had huge nightclub scenes, and it was a who's who of everybody that used to do this, especially in New York. And I can't remember the name of that club, but if you were anybody, that's where you were trying to get into that disco club.
Yeah.
But he, I guess, had the dance moves. You know, he'd done so many different things. He went from that to urban cowboy and learned how to do the Cotton Eye Joe and all. And Nana is with you. She's wanting to go do some disco with you.
Bring it back, yeah.
So that would mean the open shirts and chains and hairy chest again.
Yeah.
Could you do that?
I don't know about that now. I could do without that.
Studio 54.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. I like the scene though, the floor and the background stuff.
I can't handle the clothes. The clothes were atrocious.
I'm not real up on the clothes. But I'm going to tell you, a lot of this stuff is coming back. I mean, we've seen the high-waisted pants on women coming back, thank God.
What happened to the 1960 miniskirts? I've been waiting on them for 25 years, and it ain't hit yet.
Goodness. I mean, I don't know about the miniskirts, but I was never a big miniskirt wearer, so anyway.
Let's see, 1988, and she was in the High School Musical, I think is where you'll know the name from. Vanessa Hudgens was born on this date. She was real big into that. And I think she done some Disney Channel shows.
Yeah, she did.
I don't remember which one. The guy named, was it The Sweet Life of Zach, maybe? Was that the name of it?
There was a Zach and Drake. Was it Zach?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, my kids used to watch.
And that the boy that was heavier set has lost so much weight you wouldn't hardly know
Drake
him.
and Josh. That's what that
it?
was. Yeah, but I don't know if she was on that. She was in those High School Musicals.
Yeah, a bunch of
all those things.
Yeah, and you know how many of those I watched?
Yeah. I had to watch them because my kids watched them.
That was popular.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
Look, I'm still upset that the Angry Beavers aren't on. Me and Dylan used to watch that. Boy, them little beavers were something else.
Goodness.
Oh, let's see.
Bill Reinhart says he's got one in the backstage lounge. Is it the floor that he's talking about? The light up floor?
Maybe. Huh. He's got a bunch of lights. I know that.
Yeah, he does. I've seen it.
Did you ever watch the Jeffersons?
Yes, I did.
If you remember and you had to look closely, but there were two Lionels. Mm-hmm. The first Lionel passed away on this date back in 2006 at the age of 57. His name was Mike Evans. Mm-hmm. The other guy's last name was also Evans, but I don't remember his first name, but he came in a little bit after that. But a good show. It was funny. And I always think of the time that George Jefferson started his own museum and gave them a whole tour about George and how great he was in the dry cleaning business. It was funny.
You know, the Jeffersons were the next door neighbors to Archie Bunker.
Right.
Don't you remember that before they moved on up, I guess, into the
It was a spinoff of that.
Yeah.
And y'all correct me, was Maude a spinoff also of Archie Bunker, or what was the tie-in there? It was some type of tie-in on that also.
I don't know about Maude. I don't know.
And I remember the theme song having something to do with Betsy Ross, and then she turned it over to Maude, something like that. That would be my first time I've ever seen a woman that was really bossy.
Do you remember the show Alice?
Yes.
With Flo and Mel's
Kiss My Grits.
and all that. Yeah, Kiss My Grits.
And what was that little skinny girl? Vera.
Vera, yeah. I should know that. It was my grandmother's name. But yeah, Vera.
Denise says that they were cousins, Maude and Archie.
Okay.
And then it was a spinoff. I thought it was, but boy.
I miss the days of the shows where you could make fun of anybody and nobody got mad. I mean,
Can't do that no more.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, you can make fun of yourself, or you can make fun of your
what's
neighbor.
that Chappelle guy that's in so
Dave
much?
Chappelle.
Dave, and he's a comedian, and they used to pick on everybody.
Yeah.
I guess you can't do that anymore.
No.
But his former high school finally did accept the name, putting his name on their theater after he donated all that money. It seemed like the right thing to do. Wholesome TV, Angie said there. It was. Who remembers Billy Joe Spears? Her big song was Blanket on the Ground. And I know what you're thinking. What was she doing with the blanket? Y'all had to fill in the blanks. I ain't telling you the rest of the song. Go look it up. But Billy Joe Spears passed away in 11 at the age of 73. It was really a huge song, and I can see the confusion in your eyes.
Well, it says one of her first singles was Harper Valley Pta.
It flopped. Her version was not good.
Okay.
It would be a few years later that it would be a monster hit and then become a movie.
Okay.
And as we all know, the
I
storyteller,
do like that song, though. I love the song.
Jeannie C. Riley, had that big one.
But it's a good little story in the song.
Oh, it hits home there. It was 2012, and it would end up ruining Alec, what's his name? Alex, I'll think of his name in a minute there because he claimed it didn't happen. But it did.
Yeah,
InfoWars guy.
Right.
And I can't think of his last name for to save my soul at the moment. But it was 2012 that the Sandy Hook shooting would take place at the elementary school there in Connecticut. Horrible day. But he really made his television show of This Didn't Happen, and those were actors. Here's a picture of these same people. And some of it, if you weren't careful, you could get sucked into believing it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he's going to have to pay out a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know that that will probably completely break him, I would imagine.
Because
Jones, is that his last name?
Alex Jones. And then what they don't get, the ex-wife got.
Yeah.
She divorced him. Had a Tammy Wynette playing in the background there. 2019, one of the most expensive homes in Beverly Hills would sell on this day. And you go, well, why are y'all talking about Beverly Hills and a house? That's no big deal. Well, let's show you the house, and I think you'll recognize it. Does that ring a bell?
The Beverly Hillbillies.
And they always looked around trying to figure out where that bell was coming from, if you'll remember.
And they had the cement pond.
Granny, $150 million.
Goodness.
And you could live next door to the Drysdales.
I watched that show all the time when I was younger, too.
Now, if that really isn't a good family clean show, I don't know what is. Buddy Epson was just one of those guys that delivered on the mark every time. And he would go on to be Barnaby Jones. But that show was really... Ellie Mae was the looker of the family.
Yeah.
And now, when they done the remake of the movie, you saw that Miss Hathaway was really after Jethro. But did you notice any of that during the regular show? I didn't.
It seems like I did see a little bit of where she was flirting with him a couple of times and stuff like that. But I think she did kind of get giddy when he come around on the old show. But not to the extent of what they portrayed it on the new.
And somebody back me up on this. Maybe you've read about this. I want to say that was along the time before movie stars figured out that there could be royalties to reruns. You know, Lucy was one of the first ones that got that, but I don't think any of that cast, and especially, I want to say Miss Jane Hathaway, and I don't know what her name was, her real name. I want to say that she died broke and alone, very poor at the end. Passed away all alone. A sad ending there.
Goodness.
She was a good actor.
You know, you're talking about Lucy. There's a remake, or there's a movie out about Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz.
Who's the girl that's got the part?
Nicole Kidman.
And they say she's
Lucy.
doing good at it.
She's a really good actress, but I've seen a couple of little snippets of what it's about, and she just, how she has that Australian accent.
Yeah,
it kind of comes through a little bit to me, but
she got a hint of it.
A hint of it, I can still hear it. But anyway, she is a good actress. I'm sure it'll be a good movie.
What's really odd is, like, you take The Walking Dead, the guy that was the sheriff on there, and Rick. To hear him on that show, he sounds like one of us. And then when he does an interview, he's British, and you're going like, whoa. You got to be a good actor to throw your entire accent and do something else.
Well, Beth Dutton is, I don't know if she's Australian or British, but
I thought you was going to say she was from New York. There.
No, she is like, yeah.
I didn't
she has
know
an
that.
accent. Oh, yeah. That's really weird to sit there and watch an interview of her speaking, with her accent. I don't know. You just don't expect that.
Let's just say
She's
that
really good.
I cannot throw my Southern dialogue to be anything else but what I am.
Yeah.
I ain't good.
I mean, when people can like mask their accent like that, and they're
It
good.
takes purity talent is what that's called. Let's head out and talk about Chet and his friendly staff there. And if Leroy, the redneck reindeer, has visited your car, go see him today at Chet's Paint and Body. They'll
right.
put it back. They're located out in Center Hill, and they really do a fantastic job. Whether you've had deer damage down the side, you've had mailboxes, whatever it is that's got up amongst your vehicle and dented it, they can make it look like it did the day you bought it. Sometimes even better than it was. This is simply leaving a door open here and backing up and getting it hung and slamming it into the side of the truck. They do all types of little repairs like that, even major damage. Front end repair, all of this. If yours has had a major accident, they can still put it back. Even aluminum beds. You'll find them there in Center Hill. And, of course, they, as I said, whether it's a backup job or where someone you slammed into someone else, they do all of this. That's their paint booth. Of course, they do classic cars as well. See them. They all handled business right there for you. At Chet's Paint and Body in the Curve, you can't miss them in 495. Call him at 737-2961. Honest people that are there. They'll be there tomorrow and the next day. That's how you know. Insurance Works claim they'll handle all that also.
That's right.
Make it simple for you. See them at Chet's Paint and Body in Center Hill.
I'm JC from Starkville, Mississippi, and it took one call, and that was all. I called my Mississippi attorney, Richard Swartz, and he got me $200,000.
If you need me, Mississippi, remember, one call, that's all.
And welcome back, Scotty Ray Candace. As we look at this is one of these tragedies that happened on another one of these Carnival cruises. Someone fell from the balcony, 5 stories up. And they say it could possibly be some foul play in that. I don't think they're searching for the body anymore. I don't think they've been able to locate her. It was discovered in the wee hours of the morning that the girl was missing.
So scary.
Have you been on a cruise yet?
I've never been on a cruise.
That makes both. I'd like to try one day.
I want to go on like a 3-day. I don't want to be stuck out there for a week or two. Like some people have these long cruises. I want to know like if I'm going to like it or not. And I think 3 days is
A good sample.
a good start. Yeah.
Because I don't know if I could handle the ocean thing.
I don't know if I could either, but I would love to go on an Alaskan cruise. That's what I've always wanted
You
to
could
go to
fly
Alaska.
up there.
I could, but I want to go though. I've heard it's really pretty to be out there and see all the glaciers, and there's different parts of Alaska. They say that there's like parts that's real green grass and flowers, and then you go somewhere else and it's snow and glaciers. So
You need to stop and
all at
talk
the same
with
time.
Charlie at the Red Fireworks Barn. He spent a bunch of time in
Oh,
Alaska.
really?
Yeah, enjoyed it. I enjoyed looking at his pictures when he was up there.
I've heard it's beautiful. That's one of on my bucket list.
But they're as they dig deeper into these crimes of these smash and grabs or these where these 50 people come in and rob, they're saying that all of this has been designed and put together on social media. And I thought, well, what's social media? And it was Snapchat. That's where the picture disappears. And as detectives dig more and more, the people didn't even know each other, but it was all put there. Go to this website, and then they would go rob a place through Snapchat. Of course, I don't have Snapchat.
I don't either.
I know it's popular with the younger one. Will this happen? I don't know. As we watch Washington, they're whining, and they did give them some aid. The Taliban. Last I remember, they weren't really good friends of the United States, or shouldn't be. Like, they wanted to hurt us. But they're asking for their money back from Washington, asking them to be compassionate. A few years ago, we seized all their funds so they couldn't keep funding terror. Took $10 billion from them, froze them. They're wanting it back.
And the scary thing is we still have people over there. So, if they wanted that for leverage, if they wanted, who's to say that they wouldn't try something? I don't know.
If that money is given back, y'all know what'll happen. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. But I'm afraid that there's people in charge nowadays that would make that decision to give it back to them. That really worries me. To try to get his ratings better, Biden is trying to speed things up. He's trying to make passports quicker and also Social Security claims more efficient in his latest bid to make you like him better. Will it work? I don't know. But that's what he's trying there.
I'd heard that from more than one person now that they got a raise on their social security check.
How much?
Then it was like, say, $100 and something extra a month. But then Medicare was charging them more. So it's kind of like you don't get anything. So
that's a shame.
yeah.
Is it? And as many people that are watching are on those fixed budgets, and once that check is over, there is no more. You're not able to go out and work like you once were and work overtime. That is all you have.
Right.
And then the people in Washington seem to want more and more of what little bit you got, when all of their insurance is free and their cars are free and their gas doesn't cost anything.
Yeah.
And the list goes on and on.
Right. And, that's what kind of aggravates me. It's not like, oh, we're giving you this to help you out. And it's like, we're going to tease you and give you a little bit of this, but really, we ain't giving you nothing.
That's right.
And it's just like when we were talking about the tornado and, them bringing up political stuff about the climate change. I mean, it's like you just gotta get that little bit of, political stuff in there.
Mm-hmm. This was the part that I caught on Tucker last night. And I'd forgotten what I'd heard, and this is what he was on. He goes, we're being run by people that, he goes, are really too old. And he was referring to Nancy Pelosi. He goes, if she's cold, she thinks the entire United States should wear a sweater like she's doing. And he went into the Fauci thing of what their beliefs were. And as we open up the news this morning, we find out that Nancy, although she promised she wouldn't run, she is running again in 2022. She's 82 now.
Yeah.
But Tucker had a point there. And what he's meaning by that is masks and things of that, mandates.
Right.
She thinks she gets a shot, that everybody should get a shot just like her because I said so. Mm-hmm. We'll watch and see what happens in the election. Will she win again? Nancy, most likely in the district that she's from, I don't see her being beat. I really don't. I don't see that coming to an end. You'd like to go,
I'm kind of sick of Nancy myself.
I think most Americans are. In the heartland
I don't even listen
anyway.
to her anymore. If she comes on, I just flip it. I ain't listening to her.
Biden's still trying to defend his withdrawal from Afghanistan. Still thinks he done the right thing. I think voters will show them differently in 22 that it was not the right decision, regardless of how much smoke they blow at us. It was handled wrong. Do I think most Americans think that we don't need to meddle in other countries? True. But there's ways to bow out gracefully and not give up the security of our nation at the same time.
I know. Yeah.
I don't think I'm wrong on that. Who would you have picked for Time Magazine's Man of the Year? Who would it have been? Anybody pop to mind? Okay, outside of Chris Reed. I know you're thinking Chris.
No, I was thinking, I'm trying to think of, I don't know.
Well,
Who would you have chosen?
I don't have anybody. I don't think there's been anybody that really stood out in the last year.
I don't either.
It would be a tough decision.
Yeah.
And this guy, I'm not so sure that...
Well, dishonest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would have picked him as Man of the Year. I think he's done more positive things
Good
and
point.
had a lot more positive ideas than anybody. So,
Time Magazine, though, has gone with Elon Musk. Tulsa, that guy,
yeah.
as the Man of the Year. I don't know what he really done, but they seem to think that he done something over the last year to help mankind.
Got a lot of money.
He does at that. Something to consider there. But you're right. Dishonest has done, and you really do. But the good people are not a lot of times brought to light,
Right.
Across the nation. And what happened to the Man of the Year? It always seems like it's somebody, some big time rich guy. What about the average Joe?
Money don't make the man.
What about somebody that stops and helps somebody ever being nominated for these things?
Right. People that do things like that kind of just get pushed by the wayside a lot of times.
Yeah.
People that make a difference to me stand out more than people that just have money. Mm-hmm. So.
Will we ever see that changed? It's doubtful, but we'd like to think that it would. I'm not going to tell you it will. I won't lie to you at all. As the media shades things, and this is a perfect example. Say there's the headline on this, a school that needs extra money. Why not have a game for a challenge to win something special for the kids?
Yeah.
But the media is tainting this as bad. It was some teachers from different areas. There was a dash for cash. They got on their hands and knees and they put them in a little circle for 3 minutes. There were $5,000 in there. And the teachers got to keep whatever they could get out during that 5 minutes for their classroom.
Yeah.
And they're calling it degrading that the teachers would do such a thing. I don't see it that way. What's wrong with that? It's fun. It helps kids out as well.
I don't think it's degrading that the teachers would do that. I think it's degrading that they have to do that because really reality is they do pull money out of their own pockets a lot of times to buy supplies for the kids. And there's kids that don't have anything. I feel like teachers should get paid more and I feel like they should be funded more as far as supplies. But
And
I don't think it's a disgrace that they did it. I just think they need more help than they get.
if you'll dig into this and check the stats, teachers don't make a whole lot of money, so they're taking what little bit they've got and having to share it a little bit more.
Yeah. You know, because there is always kids that probably don't have anything they need if it was not for the teacher. You know,
Right.
Seriously. So, anyway.
Something to think on there. Let's talk about our friends at Maples. And I just got a fax. Right here. Got it right here. Got a new fax here. They've added 2 new stores to all of their lineup.
Okay.
31st Avenue Chevron, right by the old bakery. They've added that. On Paul Street here in Meridian. And then the Causeyville Chevron at 3200 Causeyville Road. They're doing a lot of changes, upgrading. So expect those to come. And we'll have some more deals to tell you about going on. Right now, they've got a great fountain promotion, 99 cents, no matter what size you want, fountain drink.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
That is good.
They got more promotions coming up, so be looking for that. Maple's one-stop shop, as they always try to bring you the lowest gas prices that are available. The cold coffee machine, caramel, French vanilla, mocha, they've got that there. And they're going to be adding the pizza deal to a lot of places. If you want a great lunch, come in and see them. The loyalty coffee program there, that 6 cup of coffee free, all good there. As we mentioned right there, cold drinks and a whole lot more. And, if you hadn't had that moon pie in forever, go ahead and Slim Jims.
Oh, yeah. I love those. I used to eat those all the time as a kid.
Yeah.
And I got one like a while back, and just like, going back to your childhood.
It is. Check it out. As we said, that $4.99 lunch, you can't beat that in several locations. If you're going fishing, the bait shop there at the country store, along with anybody, if you've noticed, been winning big with all the lottery tickets. They offer it in all their stores. See them. Again, Maple's One-Stop Shop, Bonita, Pine Springs Country Store, along with Last Chance and Broadmoor Chevron, and 2 more locations just added. See them today, Maple's One-Stop Shop.
I'm Janet from Jackson, Mississippi, and it took one call, that was all. I called my Mississippi attorney, Richard Schwartz. He got me $377,250.
If you need me, Mississippi, remember, one call, that's all.
Oh, yeah, I have to hit a button for us to come back on, don't I? As we look at this, CNN has been getting a lot of bad press. And, a lot of it is brought upon themselves as we find out that one of their producers is a pedophile, 44 years old, and he was in a ring that was training young girls. He would run ads and get the mothers to bring them, and they were all a part of it. Sickening, just absolutely sickening. Charges are coming, indictments are, and they've relieved him of his job. And I had not really read much into the Dugar case. Now, because it bothers me to read things like that. And I guess in my mind, if I don't read it, it didn't happen. Well, it did happen. And I read one of the stories yesterday, and it makes me angry every time I read one of these. Now, Dugar looked at the stuff, but what went through my mind was there was somebody out there, some sicko, that actually filmed this and done this to this child for someone else to watch. What did they do? Have they caught the people that did this to these children? That's what, and it makes me want to go stop it. And that's when I say it makes me angry. It makes you want to stand up and go, and go after the bad guys.
There is so much evil going on in this world right now, and abuse of children and stuff. I mean, you just wouldn't. It's not just sexual abuse, but like physical abuse and stuff like that going on. It's awful. Just flipping through Facebook one day, somebody had posted a video, and I didn't know what was really going on at first. I just knew the mother was like yelling and popping at the kid and stuff, and then it progressed on to slinging the kid over on like to the bed and like just slapping the child. I mean, I couldn't even. I felt like guilty for changing it.
I know what you mean.
Because I'm like, oh my gosh, this child doesn't have a voice and it doesn't have any help. And can they find out who's doing this and where they're located? I mean, it's awful. It's awful, some of the stuff these children go through.
The Dugar thing involved anywhere from an infant to a 7-year-old that he was, and y'all really know that ain't even scratching the surface of what goes on out there. No. We hope that people like that will pay for what they do.
Throw the book at people like that.
They should.
It's just awful. And
we certainly hope that one day that will happen. Here's something that has happened. I know we don't have much time. The candle factory, it's a lawsuit coming. Everything you read is those people were told they could not go to the storm shelter. By numerous employees, it's being said that we were told you cannot go. expect more. We'll talk more about that tomorrow because that's a pretty serious one there. But that's a headline this morning that's creeping out. I started seeing it come in late yesterday afternoon. Let us say thank you for coming by. Our time is up. Somehow or another it happened.
I know. It just flies right on by every day. But we hope you come back in the morning at 8 a.m. to watch and comment. And we enjoy it every day. Hope you have a safe and happy day.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by